Hi again. Was Peter a smoker?
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
He hadn't smoked in a very long time.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Did she
Thank you,
avoid
madam.
looking at us when saying that? Is she lying? Is that part of the game? To tell when people are lying? Alright, so boots don't match. Sharp knife, abbreviation. Peter Carey, born in 1845, 50 years of age, daring and successful seal and whale hunter, commanded the whaler Sea Unicorn of Dundee. Remained 6 years, he lived at Woman's Lee, okay. Investigate the murder. Okay, so now we have to... Now we have to organize an ambush. Like, there's literally nothing else we can do except that. Alright, let me talk to the inspector. There's a boat. There's no water anywhere nearby, but there's a boat. Funny.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky.
And why is that?
Because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oh, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Okay. Do I close the door? No, we just ignore the door.
Mr. Holmes?
Do we do anything except what do I click on now? Aren't we done?
We need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window.
Alright, so that's why we can go behind the cabin, because ambush. Alright, let's walk back here. Let's shuffle back over here near the window.
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
Sneaky. Super sneaky. Okay, here we go.
Shh! Did you hear that?
Don't you wanna, like, catch him?
There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there!
Get wrecked! Surprise! Ninjas! Can I look around? I guess we'll look around later. Alright, let's...
Mr. Holmes, come and see what we've caught in our net.
Hi.
All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? Then what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Neligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't! I'm not... It's a terrible mistake!
Enough! You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
He didn't kill him.
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector, but please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
He was hired to come to get the notebook. He's not the killer. Whoever killed the sailor hired him to pick up the notebook. Also, you saw his hands were burned, so that's interesting too. There were 2 rum glasses, so the other guy probably was also a sailor. Whoever killed Black Peter. Alright, interrogate suspect, examine Neligan's belongings, fine. Hi. What are you people doing?
Mr. Holmes?
100 pounds reward. I wonder if I should do detective work. Can I like get bounties if I catch people? Yeah, I should do that.
Good morning, Mr. Holmes. Can I help you?
Good morning, Constable. I would like to speak to the fellow who was arrested at Woodman's Lee last night.
Ah, the young man. He's waiting in the interrogation room. You can go straight through. His belongings are held in the evidence room.
Thank you.
That guy looks like a zombie. Wanted, 500 pounds reward. Diamond earrings. Oh, good luck with that. Oh, I can come back here. Interesting.
Mr. Holmes?
This is the staff room. This is the evidence room. This is Inspector Lestrade. This is interrogation. Let me check out the evidence. What's going on? What is going on? A jar of unidentified stuff. Okay, here we go.
These are the suspect's belongings.
Lockpicks.
The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor.
Wait, why is this here? Pocket knife.
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
Wait, where are the lockpicks? The pocket knife is how he opened it?
A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
But I thought they couldn't open the door with a knife the first time. Rotate. From R. Dawson.
From R. Dawson. To my friend and partner, 1883. Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
Should I go look it up?
A handkerchief with the initials JHN.
JHN. Who is JHN? Should I go and look up the name and then come back? Also, I can talk to Lestrade.
Locked.
Ha! Alright, we can't talk to Lestrade. So can I go check the archives for Dawson? So my thinking is we want to get all the information we can before we go in to interrogate someone. Like the more information you have, the better position you're in when you're questioning someone, right? Because you can tell immediately if they're lying. For example, if they say something that you know is wrong, and like you know what to ask them because you are prepared before you talk to them. So we can come back here. Dawson, 1883. Chemistry? I can do chemistry? Poisons and toxins? How do you... Wounds and injuries. Criminalistics. Martial arts. Wait, what are you... Wait a minute. Marks and symbols. That's not... 3 steps to surviving martial arts. Fingerprints? Forensic data? That's not what I want, is it?
That is not the one.
Yeah, no, okay. This is not... I don't want these books, right? Anyway, no. Wait, no, I wanna... Wait a minute. Toxic metal in hair. Blood test. No, this isn't what I want, is it? Hemlock seeds poison. Arsenic, king of poisons. Wounds and injuries.
That is not... That is not the one.
What am I looking for? Wait a minute. A heavy gold ring. R. Dawson, my friend and partner. London garden supplies?
That is not the one I need.
Yes. Wait, that's not... Oh, apparently that is what I want to do. Or is it this one? Encyclopedia, Dawson. Art and architecture. Wait, early brilliant?
That is not the one I need.
R. Dawson. Das Capital Economy of the UK. Why not dynamite? History. Medicine. Cocaine toothache drops. Plant hormones.
That is not the one I
Okay,
need.
so... Okay, maybe we can't do this yet. Maybe we can't actually do this yet. Or newspapers. Maybe newspapers, the one I want. Dawson Neligan are bankrupt. Dawson and Neligan Investment Fund bankrupt. Neligan missing. The Dawson and Neligan Investment Fund, a regional banking institution based in Cornwall, has declared bankruptcy as a result of heavy losses in its loan portfolio and has accordingly been assigned for liquidation. Okay, this is what I want. It was the 23rd largest bank in Britain and its bankruptcy was the second largest on record. The liquidation of company is a pure catastrophe for many Cornwall families. Joshua Neligan, one of the bankers, has since mysteriously disappeared. He was last seen aboard his yacht, preparing for departure to Norway. Neligan is wanted by both the police and its creditors. But that's not the boy, is it? He just stole the ring, right?
Here it is. Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
Okay, so we have that. We have, we can ask him about the knife and the ring. Okay. Right. But he's not actually Neligan, is he? Because it's an investment bank, or is it or like the bank was liquidated, and Neligan went to Norway apparently. All right, let's talk to the boy. This is an interrogation. Wait, why am I down here? I thought this was interrogation, but I'm obviously in the wrong place. Hey, this is cool though. Why can't I come down here? Alright, well this is not the interrogation. Where is interrogation? Is it? Okay, it's here. Hi. John Neligan. Notebook.
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know... I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Neligan.
Their names, their accounts. Right. Sea knife.
The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Neligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
He's not Neligan.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
Quick time events. Tobacco pouch, rings engraving, well-kept garden, tobacco pouch, rings engraving, profile of the victim, rings engraving.
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner.
Yes.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Neligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes. Joshua Neligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Neligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
You believe?
Thank you for the story, Mr. Neligan. At last, we are making some progress.
You don't know what happened to it. You believe it went down. Hat. Shabby cap. Alright, shabby cap. This is like a much better variation of... what's that game called? The game by... I think it was by Rockstar. The one where you just yell at people. You're supposed to be a detective, but you just yell at people. What's it called again? I forgot what it's called. Like, the game's so bad I can't even remember it. Anyway, let's just keep playing this one. Patch. Expensive fabric, but it's been patched. Crotch. 11 buttons. We're not looking at his crotch, apparently. Short sleeves. So they don't actually fit him. Callus. Scars. We're missing one thing. What are we missing? What are we missing? What are we missing? Thin neck. The clothing doesn't fit him. The ring's owner.
So, Mr. Neligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
No. Your father's jacket.
No, Mr. Neligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Neligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
But you got the ring.
Interesting. Joshua Neligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Neligan's disappearance.
Alright, but you got the ring. If your father disappeared at sea, why do you have his ring?